Welcome to the Work-Life Balance Podcast. I am Kara.
And I am Maggie.
Together, we're a power real estate team with the Bajetti Partners in Nashville.
We believe that the hustle culture of today's driven entrepreneur who lives and works in Middle Tennessee
requires balance. Hey guys, welcome back to Work-Life Balance with Kara and Maggie.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Today we're talking all things personality.
Like we don't already know each other's personality well enough.
Funny thing, when I was taking the test, I was literally like, Maggie's going to answer yes to this one.
I was doing that with yours too, which is funny.
I was like, okay, I know this chick way too good.
I know this about her.
So we just thought it'd be kind of fun to test our personalities on a few different sites. So we did the Enneagram,
the colors test,
the DISC, and the animal.
Yeah, and the animal test.
So
we did 4.
We did 4, and they're all super easy, and we'll link all of them so y'all can take it too. I think it's kind of just fun to like get to know yourself a little bit. You're like, oh God,
am I really like that?
Okay, so yesterday, like sidebar real quick, I was taking one in pickup line, and John was in the car with me. I was taking the DISC one.
Okay.
And I'm like, God, I am kind of bitchy because it was like, I want it done now. Like questions.
It was like giving you phrases like, would you say this? And
yes.
I'm like, yeah, I definitely would say that.
And then I'm like, wow, maybe I am a little blunt and aggressive.
Do people hate me?
Oh shit. Is this really who I am?
Really that hard to work with?
All right, so we're just going to play with it and share our results. So which one should we start with?
Let's start with Enneagram first, because I think that's the one that you and I are probably most familiar with as far as overall.
Okay.
We had Jackie Brewster on, I think it was episode 31, right?
Jackie, she's awesome. She wrote the book. We've shared this before. This one is the Enneagram in your marriage, but
there's another one.
Yeah, was she have 3?
I think
so, and like a stack of cards that you can work through also.
Yeah.
So this is a personality test of like 9 different personalities.
I can tell you all of them. I've got them pulled up.
Oh my gosh, like the cliff notes of them? Because it can be kind of...
yeah, you can take cliff notes, but there's the strict perfectionist, that's number 1. The considerate helper is number 2. The competitive achiever is number 3. The intense creative is number 4. The quiet specialist is number 5. The loyal skeptic is number 6. Number 7 is the enthusiastic visionary. Number 8 is the active controller. And the adaptive peacemaker is number 9. So, and I don't know if everybody knows how the Enneagram works. I didn't know how it worked before Jackie came on and explained it, but you have like one core number that describes you the most, who you are, and then you have wings. So you have like typically what Jackie said is it's the 2 above and below you are typically your wings, but that kind of shows like your secondary traits. So,
well, I don't know what my wing was, Maggie. Only one of my wings. I only have one wing.
only one wing. Well, mine only showed me one wing too, I think.
It did? So. Okay, maybe we have to do it again.
Yeah. But I may not have taken the right test.
I know. Okay, so
what are you?
I am
in your one wing.
Okay, so I'm a 7.
Okay.
So I'm the energetic enthusiast.
Do you want to know what Google says that is? It says 7 seeks variety, stimulation, and are a fun-loving type, tackling challenges with optimism and engaging with life in a future-oriented way. In groups, they bring creativity, energy, and optimism, and easily make friends. Does this sound like her or what?
A little bit.
They may seem distracted, chaotic, insensitive, or irresponsible to others. 7s are often unhappy and deny this, but escaping into hyperactivity and impulsive pleasure seeking at higher integration than they are present, finding joy within.
Oh. I mean, I think I feel a lot of that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I think so.
Shoot, I don't know. It's so weird when you read about yourself, which you're like, I do have a lot of energy, but I'm also tired.
I know, but you do kind of, I mean, a lot of these are like you though, because I feel like, yes, you're energetic. You, in every situation, especially groups, like you are very future driven.
Yes,
like
I
you're
am
like,
very.
okay, here's our goals. Here's how we're going to reach them.
Right.
And then you kind of have somebody else be like, okay, here's what we're going to do. But you do have energy.
Maggie.
You do have optimism. Oh my God. And this biatch makes friends easier than anybody I've ever met in my life.
Stop.
Kara will sit at the bar and make 20 friends. But I think sometimes, I mean, this might be a little bit of a negative, but you can sometimes seem insensitive at times.
Yes. Okay, now it's going to be a therapy session.
I know. Isn't that the point?
Yeah,
But
I guess.
that's okay, though.
I can be a little insensitive because I'm on the fast track.
Yeah.
I know. Which
That's
we
okay.
talked about that yesterday. It's like, it is like a detriment sometimes when you're constantly like 2 steps ahead or 3 steps ahead and everybody else is kind of behind.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like I need it done now because, you know, like the world's going to end or some shit's going to happen. And it's so stupid. But that's just I know. So I guess it can
that's
be
okay.
insensitive because I am in a hurry.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Sometimes.
and really, we moved to the South to slow down. And I swear I've not slowed down a second.
No. But that's okay. That's just not who you are as a person, according to the Enneagram. Which, honestly, I think it's pretty freaking accurate. Like, I know at first you went through the really long one, but then this past time you just confirmed it with the short test that's in there.
Yes.
But I did the short test last time, but I did like a one online, so it wasn't anything accurate. And then I took the one in that, and then I took the long one, and both of those matched up. So I think that's probably more accurate.
So you are
I am a 8.
She's an 8.
So me and Kara obviously balance each other out pretty well.
Yes, we do. And I think I have that in front of me too.
So number 8 is the active controller. Go figure.
I have the protective challenger.
This says active controller. What does yours say?
Okay. The protective challenger. 8s are strong, competent, inspiring people who are full of passion and energy. Is this the same one?
I don't know, but I like it.
Okay. They are big picture thinkers who desire to move at breakneck pace and can't understand why others don't feel the same way. Maggie. They are resilient and forceful people who want to make a big difference in the world. They are great mentors and leaders who are compassionate and caring, often looking out for the underdog. They can be excessive and controlling, which may cause others to retreat for fear of not meeting the high standards that 8 has set for themselves and everyone else. 8s may appear insensitive because of their unwillingness to openly express their feelings, thoughts, and emotions. However, they're very tender-hearted people who do not want to be exposed, betrayed, or made to look weak or incompetent. So they keep their guard up at all times. Oh my gosh. Sister.
How on point is that? I'm like kind of calling myself out by saying that.
This little chickie over here doesn't like to give hugs, although I make her hug me.
Yeah.
But she is. I mean, she is definitely on guard.
That is me to a T.
You are.
That's me to a T.
Tender-hearted, but you are very strong.
What did it call it? What was the name of it?
The protective challenger.
Protective challenger. Okay.
Your divine attribute is strength. Your core desire is to be in control. Your signature sin is lust.
Dang.
That's
in depth.
Core fear is being taken advantage of.
Okay.
And your heart longing message is you will not be betrayed.
I like that.
That is you, sister.
This kind of says the same thing, pretty much. Values being in control. They're guarded but caring. Mask vulnerability with toughness. No nonsense exterior. May seem intimidating and confrontational. At higher integration, they combine their directness with compassion, collaborating with others while they serve for the greater good.
Yes,
it's kind of on point.
It's you though.
Yeah, this says
Isn't that crazy?
When I took it online, like the full test, it told me that it said like your main challenges. And it honestly is like so true in me to a T. It says your main challenges and how you're going to overcome them. But my main challenges are over controlling, not trusting people, and not being open-hearted.
Oh, so you feel like that's true?
As far as challenges in my life, absolutely. But what were your wings? Or what was your one wing, I guess?
8. That one.
Okay. So my wing is a 7 and a 9. So the independent is a 7, charismatic and entrepreneurial. And then number 9 is the bear, combination of power with calmness and determination. So I don't know what all that means.
Okay, so I feel like that's a good balance. So you've got the caring, you've got the independent, you've got the strong-willed. It's kind of like the package still. You kind of are the shit.
I know,
kind of it all. She's
kind of the shit.
She's kind of the shit.
Well, I'm sure your other wing was a 6. What is a 6?
I don't know. What is a 6?
What is a 6?
Where's my paper? Okay. A 6 is the friendly loyalist.
Okay, that describes you also.
Like you're safe and secure.
Mm-hmm. So if your middle number, whatever your middle number is, your wings are the one above and below.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm the friendly loyalist, the energetic enthusiast, and the protective challenger. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
That pretty much describes you pretty well.
Isn't that wild? Y'all should take this test. This is just easy. It's online, or you can get Jackie's books and take it too. It's kind of fun.
Which Jackie's book is so great because, well, she has a few. She has one that really describes Enneagram as a whole and what all of the numbers mean and what it means in life. But then the one that Kara's holding right now is Enneagram in your marriage.
Yeah.
And it describes how the personality types and where you are on the spectrum work in relationships. Not like, oh, these are better with these, like, you know, zodiac signs and crap, but
I think it's
how you deal with it.
Yeah, and understanding your spouse, which clearly we haven't done this yet, but it's on my, I would like to. Because I think, like, just even taking this test by myself and having Dawn take the other one, I'm like, oh.
We are different.
We're very different.
Yeah.
We're very different.
Even though you're both Aries, you're very different.
Very different Aries.
Okay, so let's do the colors one next. So describe what the colors one is.
Okay, did I bring that out here? No, I think it's on the desk.
Okay,
Okay, so the colors one is 4 different colors. And this was brought on by another girlfriend of ours, Angela Prophet. She was on one of the other episodes too. So we'll tag her also, but she brought this to us and was like, you need to give this test to anybody that works for you. Anybody that like literally is in your like networking circle that you're going to be doing business with.
Yeah.
Your spouse, your kids, your husband. Everybody's done this that we're around. Like we hired an intern and we made her take the test right on the spot before we even like did anything with her. Because it shows like what people bring to the table. And I feel like, you know,
not in a good way or bad way.
Correct.
But
everybody brings different things. Like you need the leader, but you also need the compassionate, loving. You also need the person that's going to go do all the research, but you also need the person that's going to like create like liveliness and fun and enthusiasm in the workplace. So the 3 colors.
4.
I'm sorry, 4. Gold, orange, green, and blue. So like on a quickie, I just said what these are. Oh, I guess I can do the back. Okay, so clearly I need to get glasses because I'm starting to pull out real far right now. Okay, so the blue is
2 sex jokes in less than 30 seconds.
Oh my God. Okay.
We're off to a great start on the Work-Life Balance podcast this morning.
So a blue is like, if you look at the pictures, loving, sensitive, you know, personal, warm, communicative. Mm-hmm. The greens they're more of like the analytical, cool, calm, collected, inventive perfectionist. Oranges are witty, spontaneous, impulsive, eager, bold, physical, fraternal, those ones. And then golds are your loyals, punctual, faithful, organized, caring, concrete, more like the business-minded. Mm-hmm. So when you take this test, it's super easy too. So you just basically rate like where you are, and then you add them up, and those tell you your strengths. So, Maggie, do you want to go first?
Okay. You go first. You're already talking about it.
Okay, so I am an orange and a gold. Last year when I took this test, I was an orange and a blue. So clearly I've become harder and meaner and shittier in my old age.
Kara's worked with me for a year now, and she has like completely changed personalities. Everything's out the fucking door.
Sweet, loving, sensitive is now more of let's get shit done. So my strong suit was orange, which clearly from reading the Enneagram makes sense. Like that's your fun, spontaneous, enthusiastic. At work, I'm bored and restless with routine and structure.
Yep.
I'm satisfied in careers that allow me independence and freedom. I view any kind of tool as an extension of self. I'm a natural performer. In relationships, I seek a relationship with activities and interests. I like to explore new ways to energize the relationship. You don't need to know what I'm like as a lover. I believe in leaving plans flexible so I can choose what to do when the moment arrives. Being spontaneous, let's roll. Where are we going next? Yeah. Totally me.
Totally you.
Gold.
This is the one that has changed from last year. She was a blue, Now she is a gold.
I'm a gold, which I thought I was, and I was shocked when my numbers weren't last year. But so this is more of, in work, you provide stability, maintain organization, handle details, and work hard to be the backbone of the organization. I believe that work comes before play.
Imagine that.
No, it doesn't. Even if I must work overtime to complete the job. In relationships, you're serious, tend to have traditional views on both love and marriage. Yes, that's very true. I want to make who can also work alongside with me, building a secure, predictable life together. So these are,
They're kind of contradictory a little bit.
A little bit. So I think, work before play. Sometimes I play before work. Mm-hmm. But I work a lot to play a lot. That is definitely me. So I think those two do make sense.
I think so.
And you were...
which last year mine have also changed. So I wonder if working together because this, which Angela, I'll throw this out here too. Angela said that this test in particular really help you in work because it tells you how you work together. Mm-hmm. Whereas some of the others, like the Enneagram, you can apply to everything in life.
Right.
But she really just likes to apply this one to work basis.
Yeah.
So I wonder if working together has kind of changed us.
I think it clearly has for me. So. And you, because, you say your results in life.
So last year, I was gold first, then green, then orange, then blue. Mm-hmm. But this year, I am orange, green, gold, blue.
You're orange first. So
you orange first.
Maybe you found more fun in your life this year, sister, because...
I think I did.
Well, you have been rock and roll, and she's had wedding after wedding and fun stuff.
So glad it's over.
Okay, so we already kind of know what the orange is.
Yeah.
Fun and spontaneous. You want to read what your green is?
Yeah. So green is very analytical. Green is very much seeking knowledge and understanding, to understand things as a whole and the concepts behind things. I live my life by my own standard, cool, calm, collected. I don't know about that. I need explanations and answers. Very, very true. It says inquisitive, logical, perfectionist. Definitely always looking for the answer. And Kara can tell you a million times that I ask the question why way too much.
Oh, no.
I value intelligence, insight, fairness, and justice. I think that's true. I am a natural nonconformist, a visionary, and a problem solver. At work, I am conceptual and independent thinker. For me, work is play. I'm drawn to a constant challenge in careers and like to develop models, explore ideas, build systems to satisfy my need to deal with to be innovative, In relationships, I prefer to let my head rule my heart. I dislike repetition, so it's difficult for me to continuously express feelings. That's very true. If you know me, you know I don't tell you how I feel.
I can't believe this was not your number one card. Mm-hmm. This girl, I love you so much. She is, her question is why, 100%. But it's but you learn, you're, even when it comes to a lending, which is different lane, and we try to stay in our lane. But she's always so wait, how does that work? Yeah. Why does that work? How does the rate reflect this? Blah, blah. It's so funny. She wants to know every level of all of it, which is such your scientific, analytical brain.
Yeah.
Or but that's what I think balances you and me so well, because I could care less.
Yeah.
I don't really care how things work as long as it works.
Yeah.
Where you figure it out and get it
100%
to work for us.
Because I have to visually, I have to see everything come together. Yeah. I have to know why this happens to make this happen, which I think helps because then it lets you play out scenarios and what's going to happen in the end.
Yeah.
Whereas you're more so orange, very much so go with the flow, whatever happens and we deal with it when it comes. I'm no, I want to know what's going to happen, why it happened, and how to fix it.
Yeah. No, and that is true. I mean, and it's good. It stops issues and creates solutions right off the bat.
Yeah.
So no, I think I'm shocked that it's not. I think
they're accurate.
They're very accurate.
Blue being at the bottom for me is very accurate. I thought blue would have been higher for you. Blue was definitely third. Before green, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, blue. Blue is definitely my third. I mean, I think everybody has to have a little bit of blue. You aren't, like I said earlier, not the hugger. You're not the emotional. I don't even think I've ever seen you shed a tear. Well, you probably never seen me shed a tear because we don't there's nothing to cry about.
No.
We don't cry.
There's nothing to cry about.
We're celebrating.
Big girls don't cry.
No.
Shout out Fergie.
But this is more of spiritual, peaceful, serene. No, this is high intensity shit between
Yeah.
you and me.
Yeah.
I'm a natural romantic, a poet, and a nurturer. I mean, I am because I am a mom and a wife, but like,
Other than that,
no. The only thing I really look at on this thing is the Eiffel Tower, and I'm like, yes, travel.
yes, travel, love, fun.
Love, let's go. Take this test and share it with your
Coworkers.
Your coworkers, because that's super important.
But you do have to have a little bit of every color.
Yeah.
And that's why Angela, when we had talked to her about this test for the first time, she was like, you need to have one of every like dominant color on your team. She's like, or at least the top two. She's like, because the top two are pretty close, you know, they level out. But if you have one that has a dominant color in everything, then your team is going to be really solid.
Successful.
Yeah.
And I think it also, I remember her saying, like, the way you communicate with different colors, like if you were a blue first and I talked to you the way that you and I communicate, you would be probably offended and crying every day. And vice versa, because we're just super straightforward and like, okay, there's no rudeness to it, but we're just trying to get to the solution. And so it does make a difference. If you have someone blue dominant on your team, you have to like soften the way your delivery is, or they're going to be offended. And
which we do have some blues on our team.
We do.
We do. And you interact, which you've made everybody take that test, yeah?
Everybody's taking the test.
Yeah, so, I mean, Kara, you can really tell, like, she does interact differently with everybody. That might just be the psych degree automatically having that ingrained in you already, too. But, I mean, it's true you can't. I mean, if Kara were to text somebody that's a blue, like she does me, and just say, okay, like, they would be like, wait, what's wrong? Like,
but you
are you
sometimes
okay?
You're like, these one-word answers, Kara, I can't read between the lines. I'm like, it's all good. I'm just quick texting.
I know, she's like, okay, well, I'm just cooking dinner with my family. I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay, we're not mad.
But, no, but if it was like a blue and you were just saying, okay, and like one word answers every time, they would probably be like, what the hell?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, me and you were just back and forth like, okay, good, cool. Yeah.
Or just
awesome.
like a thumbs up like on something.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? That's all I got?
I know. So you definitely do have
Totally.
you have to consider people's colors when you interact. But
Love it.
I love that test.
That's an easy one, and you can go online and get it. True Colors. TrueColors.com.
TrueColors.com. So the next one that we had taken that I had never taken before I took it yesterday. How about you? The DISC test?
The DISC? No. And that was a lender that popped in this week, had mentioned it. And like in a conversation, we were like, wait, what's a DISC test? Mm-hmm. Let's take that one.
Yeah, so the DISC test, let me pull up really quick. Okay, so the D stands for dominance, and it's the way that you interact with people. Dominance, influence, compliance, and steadiness. So I think it's very obvious to know which one I fell under the most. Which D, obviously, dominance was my number one. And then number two for me was steadiness. What about you? What was your number one?
So this is what's going to be funny. They didn't give me a number one because I was completely even across the board.
What?
Uh-huh.
How does that work?
I'm just perfect, Maggie.
Oh my gosh. Kara's just the perfect balance of every personality trait.
I have it on my phone, but we're recording on it. But yes, it was like you are a perfect blend between all four of them.
What?
I don't know what even that means. Does it say on there what
That's
that means?
actually really cool though. So what it says is dominance, if that's like your number one, your personality traits are make decisions quickly, isn't afraid of risks or conflicts, likes a competitive atmosphere, and sets their own rules.
Yep.
And then I is influence. So establishes connections quickly with others, finds it easy to express feelings, forms connection with other people quickly. I already said that one. Enjoys the spotlight. C is compliance, completes tasks accurately, plans things carefully, expects a lot from themselves, and has an analytical mindset. And steadiness is likes familiar processes, listens carefully and shows understanding, wants to be supportive, and wants to maintain peace. So how the F and I steadiness number two, because I was like least like me. Compliance being the least for mine, I can definitely see.
We're not very compliant.
I'm not very compliant. Sorry, Kara. Not very compliant. That one was a 3% for me.
Yeah.
Out of the whole thing, 44 for dominance, 31 for influence, 22.
I wouldn't want you to be compliant as your dominant. Like, I feel like compliance makes you comfortable and you don't grow.
I think if compliance is your number one, you need to work in HR.
There you go. Hire and fire, rule book,
Yes.
compliance.
Yeah. Dominance as an entrepreneur, I think that.
Absolutely. Yeah. That should be your strong suit.
I think so. But that one was really cool. I had never taken that one before. That is a cool
one. So that's another one. We just looked it up online because we had never heard of it. Mm-hmm. So check that one out. It's DISC, DISC.
DISC test.
DISC test.
And then we took one more.
This one's cute. This was another one. This one actually, Carrie Ann over at CMG, she had mentioned it during one of our networking events. And it's the animal test. Mm-hmm. And there's 4 animals that you can be.
Yep, you can be either the lion, the otter, the golden retriever, or the beaver.
And it's super short. It's like 10 questions. Yeah. Go online, take the test. And we all know what both of us are.
Yeah, please. Like, you had to guess. No.
The lioness.
Yeah, lioness. So, okay. The first line on this does, like me and Kara all the way. Lions are born leaders. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very full of myself today, if you can't tell. Lions like to accomplish things with immediate results, a.k.a. Kara Bogetti.
Gratification.
The lion's time frame is now, Kara Bogetti.
Lions, yesterday, actually.
Lions are decisive and may not consult with others, Kara Bogetti. Not afraid of pressure or confrontation, Kara Bogetti. Lions are bosses, Kara Bogetti. Solve problems, Kara. Doers, Kara. This is so funny.
Isn't it crazy?
Yes, but it has like mottos attached to all of them.
Yeah.
And the Lions motto is let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's roll.
It's so funny. Every single one of these bullet points are like you.
Isn't it funny? I felt the same way about you when I was taking the test. I was like, Maggie, I mean, you're a lion.
100%. I didn't have a single doubt in my mind that I was going to end up something else.
What was your second? Do you remember what your second was?
I don't think I don't think it gave me a second. On the one thing that it said, those lions love to win. That was like the very first thing it said for me.
Aren't we the king of the jungle, baby?
Yeah. Aren't we?
Or we are. Queen of the jungle, I should say.
Yes. So, and then the otter, if you land somewhere else, the otter is, trust me, it'll work out. They just want to have fun. They motivate others. They avoid confrontation and focus on the future.
That was my second one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know why mine didn't give me a second.
It gave you percentages. So it was like 35%, 22, whatever.
Okay. I may have taken it on a different website than you.
No, I took yours. The thing you sent me.
Then I just didn't read it well. That's all.
It's okay.
And then golden retriever, so cute, is let's keep things the way that they are. Golden retrievers are loyal. They're strong. They have a strong need for relationships, a deep need to please others, and hearts full of compassion. This is very John.
So that was my husband.
Yeah.
I got another doodle in the house. Not a golden retriever, a golden doodle.
Not 2, but 3. And then the beaver. So let's do it right. They keep a close watch on their emotions, like to make sure things are done correctly. Don't show anger, stuff like that. So
that would be my sister. I'm going to make her do that. She's the beaver. Marissa, you're the beaver.
Marissa is the beaver.
She's the beaver.
I was taking all of those personality tests yesterday, and Marissa was here, and she was cracking up because she was like, I already know where both of you guys land on all of these.
It's amazing. I think it's so fun, and it just like is, you just like yeah. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Digging into your own like
psyche.
Yeah, your psyche and like what you're all about. And I guess maybe like, I wouldn't take any of it as a negative. That's just the way we're bred and that's the way we roll. But like, I guess you can kind of, okay, maybe I need to be a little softer. Maybe I need to be a little more doodle. I don't know.
A little more introspective rather than all about me.
Yeah.
You know, but that's okay. And all of these tests really helped me. Like, I know I've taken most of these before, but when we had met Jackie for the first time, I'd never even heard of the Enneagram.
Right.
And then I took it and I was like, whoa.
Same.
Even though last time she told me that she thought I was a number, but I just took a short little online test that was like 15 questions, obviously wrong. Right. And I was a 4 at first. And when I put myself as a 4, because I follow Jackie on social media, and she always does the posts like, okay, here's the scenario and this is where you fall for your number. And I would always read the 4s. I'm like, that's just not me.
Sound like you.
So I'm excited to go back and look at all the 8s and see if it's more.
It sounded spot on just reading from the little paragraph. But well, whatever we work well together, so that helps.
But we need a Marissa.
We need a Marissa, and that's why she's our transaction coordinator, because she's the organized, compliant, follows the rules.
Yep. But we just thought that would be fun to
Yeah.
kind of come on here and share ours.
That was fun. Hey, you guys all take the test and send us who you are, what numbers you are. We love it. It'd be so fun to like talk about who follows us and what that looks like. You know?
I know it. Which we love all things psychology and personality tests and whatever. I could sit there and run those on people all day and have much fun.
So fun.
But
it's our second job.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. I hope you had fun listening to what kind of lions and crazy personalities we have around here. As always, like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff.
All right. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Insurance should never be a hurdle when purchasing a home. It's one of the most important purchases of your life and should be handled with proper care.
Whether that be your first home purchase or the next addition to your portfolio, reach out to the Sally Insurance Agency with Shelter Insurance for a free consultation so you are confident that you are protected when it matters the most.
Call Shay and Sally at 865-671-6451.